people, it just isn't easy doing anything. It's very difficult getting anything done because you're trapped inside of your mind and you don't really know what to do or where to go or why you're even doing anything that you do in the first place. I know it feels like there's no going forwards. There's no up from here. There's only down. I know right now it feels like you're sinking, like you're on a ship that you never wanted to be on. And you're in a situation you never wanted to be in. You feel like you were meant to be somewhere else at this point in your life. And I guarantee a lot of you are younger, probably like between the ages of like 16 to 36. I consider that pretty young, even if you're around 50. But you're probably sitting there in your room all alone, not surrounded by friends, not surrounded by family, and wondering how you got here, wondering why you are where you are. And I understand that. I understand what it feels like to just give up. I understand what it feels like to just not be where you want to be. For the longest time mentally, I felt like I was in a very terrible spot that I should have never been in. I looked at my life and I was hoping I'd be in a completely different situation, a completely different life, doing completely different things. That's what I envisioned when I was younger. And I felt like I was plucked out of reality and dropped into a separate universe where I was a loser, where I was nobody, where I had no friends, where I had no family, where I had no aspirations or dreams or goals, or like I had missed that train. Like my life split into two different realities, and there was the one that I dreamed of when I was younger, where I did everything that I wanted to do. I achieved all of my dreams and everything was hunky-dory and I just was happy. And I went down this path, and I feel like as you're near the beginning of that divergence, you can't feel the impact yet. You don't feel like you're that far off, but when I became aware of it, I was already here. I was already split entirely, and I feel like I was supposed to be here, and I was actually here. And I thought in my head, it's too late. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get back to that old reality. But I'm here to tell you that life isn't that serious. Life isn't like that. You can always make changes and do things that will set you back on that path. But it's stopping whatever got you to this point. It's stopping all of that. And I know that's easier said than done, but you need to stop. And what you need to do is you need to start on the other path. You need to take a step. You need to write down all the things you like to do. You need to focus on all the things you like to do. You need to think about what you used to do that gave you those feelings and made you hopeful for the future. You need to think about all that and go back down that path. I know it seems like it's too difficult, and I know it seems like it's too far gone, but it isn't. I'm here to tell you that it is not. You just need to stop what you're doing now, which for me at least was just consuming content. I would sit there constantly and be like, man, I need to do this. Man, I need to do that. Not realizing that I was consuming hours upon hours worth of content, realizing that what I was witnessing was years and years and years of practice and execution and countless failed attempts leading to what I was witnessing. Wow, that looks cool. I wish I could do that. And I get super overwhelmed. But you need to stop. You need to stop consuming all of that. You need to stop even watching videos like this. You just need to stop. You need to go outside. You need to do things. You need to start doing what you used to do to make yourself feel good. In this life, you're not going to look back and when you're telling your kids or your grandkids or your dearest friends when you're like 60 plus years old, you're going to tell them about the memories you made physically doing things and going places and making things and learning and exploring your life. You're going to tell them of those stories. You're not going to tell them about all the Instagram reels that you consumed. You're not going to tell them about all the Facebook posts you read. You're not going to tell them about all the YouTube shorts you consumed, or all the YouTube videos, or all the video games you played, or all the movies you watched, or all the TV shows that you watch. You're probably going to tell them about all the meaningful situations you were in your life. So you need to stop doing what you're doing now, and you need to go outside. You need to do things. You need to sit back down and give yourself a reality check. Look at every aspect of your life and really ask yourself, is this where I want to be? And how can I change it? Wipe your memory completely clean of all this garbage. Just stop consuming all this trash. Go outside and do things. And on another note, I know like politically or socially, a lot of people feel really bad right now. Like it's the end of the world or something of the sort. But it isn't. Go outside. Nothing's changed. It's okay to feel passionately about certain things, but to go to the extreme where you feel bad over something you have nothing to do with, go outside. Genuinely nothing has changed. The world is still the world. You just need a more optimistic view. You need to focus on you and the things you're doing and where you want to be. Focus on your community. Focus on your friends and your family. Things that actually matter to you. Quit listening to that little rectangle. Quit letting it dictate every aspect of your life. Quit buying things. Useless, worthless things that are temporary. Completely temporary. Quit focusing on the impermanent in your life that gives you vapid joy that means absolutely nothing in the long run. And focus on permanent fixtures of your life. Permanent values that you truly appreciate. Building deeper connections with your friends and family. Building deeper connections at work. Focus on you. Study. Learn something. Actually invest all that time and effort that you wasted consuming stuff into anything. Literally anything. Drawing. If you have any passion about drawing or making music or anything of the sort, don't sit there and watch YouTube videos how to draw this way, how to feel this way, how to do this, how to do that, how to grab somebody's attention. Don't go to school for any of that stuff. You can if you really want to, if you're that serious about it, but focus on you. Things that you like to do. Things that make you you. Do that. And you will feel way better about yourself overall. Doing you. Just sitting down and letting yourself out. You can imitate, you can do all that to get yourself started. But genuinely embracing yourself and the real you is way more important than going online. What do I need to buy? What do I need to buy to get started? What do I need to do to get started? And you just get overwhelmed. Now I don't even want to do it anymore. Look at this guy. He's got 10 years of experience and I'll never be as good as him. You're right. You'll never be as good as him if you don't start. You could be even better in a year if you just focus on doing what you like to do. At the end of the day, life is not that serious. But it also is whatever you make. Life only matters if you make it matter. If you surround yourself with people who genuinely love and appreciate you, if you let go of all the heartache and all the hardships in your life and you move forwards, you work a little harder, you do the things that you need to do, you sell that car, you sell that motorcycle, you sell all of the stuff that you don't use anymore, and you just gain that little edge to get farther away from people who are holding you back and put yourself in a situation where you're surrounded by people who want to see you succeed and help you move forward in your life. And I'm not talking financially. You just need to surround yourself with people who genuinely love and appreciate you for who you are. That's easier said than done, and it takes a lot of time. It genuinely does. To realize, wait a second, this person's my family member, and they never actually cared about me. Wait a second, this is my best friend, and this entire time they never actually cared about me. Or they did. Or it's people who genuinely care about you, and you're not putting enough time and effort into them. Just focus on you, focus on your life, get off the rectangle, quit letting these people rile you up and consume your time. What they're really doing is they're wasting your time on purpose. They're absolutely wasting your time. So you buy more products and you affiliate more with them and their identity. Identity means nothing. At the end of the day, you are still you. You can share cultural beliefs. You can share different backgrounds with different people. You can share sexuality, skin color, everything. But that doesn't change you. You are still you. You are still yourself. You need to focus on you and what you value. It's so easy to get swept up in identity politics and identifying with things that are greater than yourself and make you feel better about yourself because you haven't actually internalized and focused on yourself in your life. You haven't actually realized, wait a second, none of this actually matters. None of this actually makes me feel better. You know what does matter? You know what does make me feel better? Making things, doing real things, going outside, interacting with real people, doing meaningful things that matter to me, not consuming vapid, worthless content that is meant to get you riled up and meant to make you waste time and waste money on products that have nothing to do with you. You are you. Go out and do what you want to do. Make yourself feel better about yourself. That's what life is about. If you want life to have meaning, if you want life to have purpose, you have to give it purpose. You have to give it meaning. Life is inherently meaningless. At the end of the day, what it really is you're put here to procreate, spread your genes genetically, and move on and die. That's what life is, inherently meaningless. But in the nothingness that is life, it can be beautiful because you can give it meaning. You can make it meaningful. You can make it about what you enjoy. You can make it about your community, your friends, and your family. And I feel like that was lost a long time ago. Now it's just about consumption, waiting to consume more, progressing, always going forwards, always moving up, always doing something. That life is not that. Life is about building deep intellectual, emotional bonds with other human beings, whether that be one person, 2 people, or 10 people. It's about that. It's about experiencing what you want to experience and doing things in your life that you want to do. Not what other people want you to do. Not what other people think you should do. Or not being influenced, wow, that looks cool. I just lived vicariously for the last hour and a half. I want to do that too. And then it, completely gone. And you just wasted so much time. Quit watching videos like this too. Here's the 10 tips to make you feel better about your life. 10 tips to make you do this or do that. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all of that shit. They are just wasting your fucking time so they can make money, so they can do things with their life. I am going to cut through all the crap. Stop. Stop doing what you're doing. If you're here and you want to be here, stop doing everything that got you here and start doing everything that will get you here. It's not going to be easy. Sacrificing all of the bad habits you've made, all of the bad things that you've done that got you to this point, you need to sacrifice all that crap, all that fucking bullshit. Stop all of it. Literally drop all of it. Like a smoker. Just stop and start going back to where you want to be. If you don't, have fun enjoying your miserable little existence and consuming all the worthless, vapid, nonsensical fucking garbage that they want you to consume. Because you're going to be happy. You're going to, next year, if you do this, if you just wait one more year, you're going to be happy. Like that old slogan goes, free crab tomorrow, and you keep coming back tomorrow, and it still says free crab tomorrow. Somehow there's never any free crab, because it always says that. Just keep coming back and you'll be happy, except you never will. That's all I have to say.